Today's Saturday, it's the 9th of December 2023, and it feels as though summer's on its way out and come back, and the temperature's gone up. It's really warm. We're back down in Palmanova, and Anita's having her nails done yet again for the umpteenth time. So while she's doing that, I'm going to have a little walk and enjoy this sunshine. Anita's going off up there to get her nails done. She's off to England soon, so that's why she's having them done now. And I'll just go for a little walk. It's really warm again. So on our terrace this morning, earlier on about 10 o'clock, it was about 16 degrees already. Yesterday we went out in the evening, and by the time we came home it was still 15 degrees, and that was about 9 o'clock at night. And just as we've walked down from the car park, the thermometer there said 18 degrees. And when you're in the sun, and if you're out of the breeze, it is quite breezy today, it does feel really warm. So I did start with a jacket, and I thought, no, leave that at home. And I have put a thin jumper on, and really I'm sure I could have done without that as well. So there's a few people on the beach, and we've got a few dogs on the beach as well. So in the winter time, the rules change, and dogs are allowed to enjoy the sea and the sand. We've got some people sitting out there. We went into Palma yesterday. There's been lots going on over the past few days. It's a bank holiday, long weekend. It started on Wednesday. Wednesday was a public holiday. Thursday was supposed to be a normal day, but a lot of people took the day off anyway, because Friday was a public holiday as well, and that led it into the weekend. So it just really extends it into a long holiday weekend. So quite a few people go away and leave the island, but we get quite a few people from the mainland who come along because it's a national long weekend, national holidays, the 6th and the 8th, always holidays, Constitution Day and the Immaculate Conception. And if you come here and the weather's like this, what could be better? Out there on their speedboaty things. Fortunately, if you come to Palmanova, there's not a lot in the way of hotels for you to stay in. The Fergus style over there, Palmanova, that one is open. Not many others. A few apartments are available, apparently. But nothing much in the way of hotels. There's a couple more at the other end. There's going towards Magaluf, Vista Sol, and the Elba sunset. But beautiful day today. It wasn't first breeze, and as we were walking down, it really was quite breezy. So I said there was a lot of things going on. We went into Palma, but one of the options was to come down to Palmanova, where they were going to have like a Christmas market along here, and it was cancelled the day before just because the weather was supposed to be so bad yesterday. In the end, well, it didn't rain in the day. It rained all the previous night. Not strong, just rain, but it was very windy. So probably an outdoor market because of the strong winds, and there was a yellow alert. It's probably a good idea. But there is another one this next weekend. So another week today there's another market, 16th and 17th, and I'll try and come down to that. Hopefully the weather will be more settled by then. We're looking at the next few days of really nice weather. In fact, when I looked at one of the weather forecasts, it said by Tuesday it's going to be 22 degrees, which for December's quite pleasant, I think. I don't think Anita's going to know what hits her when she lands in Bristol on Sunday evening. am feeling a little bit of a breeze, but you look at the sea and it does actually look quite calm, so it's not coming from that direction. Ferry going out in the distance. Isn't that a picture? Hardly a soul on the beach, but lots of beautiful sunshine. I've just got to go up a few steps, so bear with me till I get to the top. I'll catch up with you there. And that wasn't so bad. I managed to get up the steps. And my knee's not been too bad now, so thank you for all the wonderful comments people have been asking me about how my knee's going. And well, I was a little bit worried at first that I didn't think the injection had had much of an effect, but it seems to be okay now. So onward and upward, I suppose. See how the boat in front there is pointing towards the shore. It's anchored at the front, so the wind is obviously offshore, and they've got a little wind turbine which is doing a great job there. Must be generating lots of electricity today. So the usual doggy beach down here, and the padlocks. See how they get rusty? Doesn't matter if they're made out of stainless steel or brass. The salt that's getting sprayed up from the sea has this ability to eat away at just about any metal. So back to yesterday. Yes, we went into Portopee first yesterday, and we were amongst the first there. So I posted a short video of the Portopee shopping mall, and it was very, very quiet. But that was because we were the first in. It soon started to get busier, but by then we'd done our shopping and left. But the main reason for going there was actually for Anita to pick up a couple of Christmas decorations that she's had commissioned from Christina, a former pupil at the school, who's actually a fashion designer, but during COVID she had to find something else to do, and well, she's a very, very good artist. And so she started doing some artwork and posting it on to Instagram, and well, she's made a little business out of that. She tells us that she still wants to go back to fashion designing, and maybe that's 2024, maybe that's what's going to happen. But at the moment she's doing these wonderful paintings, Christmas decorations for us, but she seems to do all sorts of things. She was telling us that somebody asked her to do a 2 metre by 2 metre painting before Christmas, and she had to say, sorry, don't think that's on really. A lot of work in that. Anyway, our Christmas decorations are really good, really pretty, really happy with them, and Anita was delighted. I'm just going to go down to the lower level now, got some steps, and Anita's having a nail, so she's not here, she's telling me to be careful, but I've got that going through my mind all the time. So see you at the bottom. Well, it is the 9th of December, so Christmas is creeping up on us quickly now, and if you want to send a picture, photo, or a video and a brief message, then please send those, and I will include them. I think I've gone over 40 messages now, so should we make quite an interesting little video, I think, something different, which is not going to be me chatting away, but you and your pictures. So thank you very much to all those who've sent pictures and videos already, and if you haven't, well, still plenty of time. I think probably another week or two, and then I'll put a cut-off date so that I've got time to prepare the video. Just coming up by McDonald's now. There's McDonald's, and across the road here is the Hotel Tropico. Just before we have a look at that, you can see the volleyball players out in force today. Now just have a quick look at what's going on at the Hotel Tropico, which has got part of the road cordoned off as well. I suppose that's for materials to be delivered and for things to be taken away. And when we came last time, they were putting up the scaffolding. Well, now you can see that serious work has actually started, and it's Saturday today, and we've got the workers there, and it looks really serious. They're taking it right back to the brickwork. They're putting new brickwork in by the looks of things. That looks good, and there's lots of wires and cables in those that I can see from here. So lots and lots of work going on here at the Hotel Tropico, and it was always planned. I think we announced it nearly a year ago now, and well, we'll keep our eye on the progress, but it's only December, and they're certainly getting well stuck into it now. It worries me when they get to March and they don't appear to have started work, but Hotel Tropico, well, they seem to have it all under control. I did notice that in other hotel news, the other side of the island, one of the big hotel complexes on the other side of the island is called Bellevue. That's around the Alcudia area, and that's actually been taken over by an offshoot of Iberostar. So they're going to be managing that huge hotel complex in Alcudia. Iberostar, one of the biggest hotel chains in the world, not just in Spain or in Mallorca. So yesterday, yeah, very successful in Portopee. Did a little bit of shopping, and this has got me lots of food in for next week, so I don't think I need to worry too much. But we didn't stop there, because we noticed that there was it's called a rata market at the Palau de Congressos, the Congress Centre, a place where they have all these big events, and they open it up and they bring in this pop-up market, as it were, I suppose. And it was really good last year. Anita was very impressed with it, so she was really keen to go along this year, and that's what we did. So after being to Portopee, we went down to the Palau de Congresso, which is on the way out of Palma, going towards the airport, just beyond the cathedral. As you go towards the airport, it's a big, modern-looking building, and that's got a bit of a history to it as well, because the government. It was commissioned by the government, the council here in Palma, but they ran out of money and ended up giving it, selling it, passing it on. I don't know what the right word is there because I don't know what the ins and outs were, but anyway, it transferred into the hands of Meliá, which is another very big, very big hotel chain based here in Mallorca, founded here in Mallorca, but has spread throughout Spain and throughout the world. So Meliá and Iberostar, two of the biggest hotel chains in the world. Anyway, the Rata market lived up to its previous what's the word? Well, it was as good as last year, and well, very busy, very noisy. I think because the weather forecast had been bad, I think a lot of people said, well, let's go. It was on the Friday, which was a public holiday, so lots of people were not working, and gave them an opportunity. And it was very busy, with lots of stalls, with lots of handmade crafts, which made it really interesting. We didn't even manage to get to speak to one of the owners, one of the stalls where Anita bought a nice piece of pottery, which is for a present. Looks like they're going to put some more lights up here. It's a bit late, but nice to see anyway. I haven't really walked around Palmanova in the evening, so I don't know, well, not recently anyway, whether there are any Christmas lights. There don't appear to be much in the way of Christmas lights. There don't appear to be much in the way of things open, particularly hotels, so maybe they're going to give that a miss. But here's El Chiringo on the beach here, and that's open. And I don't know if you can hear the wind, but it's blowing the trees. You just get to these exposed parts and feel the wind. Fortunately, it's on my back. Otherwise, it may start to feel cool. There's another look. In the distance, you've got all the volleyball players, but most of the beach is empty. No beds, no parasols, no lifeguard. Just a beautiful beach. This looks nice and clean. There's nobody purposely coming to clean it, I don't think. Though they do come along the promenade regularly. So other than a few leaves, the promenade's looking pretty clean. Just walking past the Zell. All closed up now for the winter. I think there was a little bit of a hope that they might stay open, but it's not to be, I'm afraid. And Calvia, which is the borough where we are now, which is governing all this area, they did say that it was going to be Calvia 365, but they've got to make things happen for the hotels to open. Many of the businesses, they're taking a rest, and do work really long hours, some of these small businesses. It's a small business and it's only a husband and wife couple running the business, and they're working all day. And that brings me back, one of the most popular videos we've had recently was the video that we did on the pensions. I spoke about Spanish retirement and Spanish pensions. And there are a couple of little things that I didn't mention, and one of them concerns autonomo, which is self-employed status, which is it's what these small businesses are. If you've got a bar, then you're likely to be self-employed. That is, you're just working for yourself. You're not going to be employed by somebody. And if you're a painter and a decorator working for yourself, or a plumber or an electrician, lots of these tradespeople are self-employed. Little shop owners, bar owners are autonomo. And the consequences of that is it's very expensive. I was autonomo quite a number of years, and this is 10 years ago, and it was nearly €300 a month in social security payments just to be self-employed. So you had to make €300 every month to pay your social security. That's before you pay anything else, your electricity or any other overheads, or actually make any money. That's over 10 years ago, and obviously it's gone up a lot since then. I'm not sure what the autonomo rates are. You don't actually get a lot for being autonomo. You're signed onto the social security, so you have access to medical aid, so you can go and see the doctor and go to the hospital. You don't get much else. Everything else is set to a minimum. So if you go sick, you can claim a very small amount of money. But the worst part of it really is when it comes to retirement. Then if you're paying the basic autonomo, there is different levels of autonomo. If you're paying the basic, you only get the very basic pension. So there is a higher rate. You can pay more into the social security, more than that, 300 whatever it is now, I don't know, and you can get more out of the pension system. But it is really hard on self-employed people, I think. Just going past the Santa Lucia Hotel, which is mothballed for winter, and that's where Shauna and Claire were earlier on in the year, September, and they're coming back next year, but going to the San Matias for a change, something different. I'm sure they'll enjoy that. Oh, you can see the wind blowing there, look. Anita's only having her nails done today, so I'm going to walk around the Santa Lucia and start heading back. And the wind is blowing offshore, so that's why there's not much in the way of waves on the beach there, because the wind is blowing out towards the sea. You can tell that by the way the boats are pointing. I need to hold on to my hat. So yes, autonomo people, self-employed people, they're pretty hard done to, I think. It's very expensive for them, and they don't get a lot out of it at the end. Employed is completely different, because there's two people paying into the pension pot, and there it's very expensive for the employer. So if you are an employer, you have to pay social security payments for your employee, as well as the employee paying the social security payments, and they are really significant, and that explains why such a high pension. You can get such a good earnings related pension at the end of it. There was one big proviso that I forgot to mention. It's about 15 years, and everyone in Spain who's working towards a pension knows about this 15 years. You have to have completed 15 years before you get onto that earnings related pension. And once you've completed 15 years, then you start to qualify for the earnings related pension, and every additional year beyond 15 years, right up to the, I think it's 37 now, will give you a little bit more percentage of your pension. And for a foreigner like me, years worked in the UK can add to that. So if you'd done 20 years in the UK but only 10 years here, then you still qualify, because you've got years done, paid into a social security system that's recognised by Spain. So that 15 years is quite important to people to get onto that state earnings related pension. If you don't get onto that, then you can get a non-contributory contribution pension, which is quite low. I read in the paper it's going up next year to something like 500 and something euros, 530 euros I think. But I am told you can get that higher. I don't know how you do that. But, the basic non-contribution pension is very low, and not really a sum that you can actually live on easily, certainly not in Mallorca. Just going past this Santa Lucia, just getting around here. So if people haven't completed enough years in Spain, then they'll work beyond 65, they'll be beyond 66, which is the current retirement age, but that's going to go up to 67, maybe beyond. So many people find it necessary to continue working. Just walking down here, look. Very little open. And very quiet. What time is it? It's 11:45, so should do a nice little walk. Anita should have had her nails done. Can't take that long to have your nails done, can it? I don't know. Well, I'm glad I didn't put a jacket on today, even though it is windy. Feeling quite warm. And if it's 22 degrees on Tuesday, that'll be very nice. Especially if this wind's dropped down. Children out playing in the park, and a little oasis here, Gelacious. So I'm out on my own next week. Anita will be in England, and I don't know, she may do some videos while she's there. We'll see. And got lots of food, some things I'm really looking forward to. Our friend Monroe cooked an oxtail recently, and I need to save that for me. So looking forward to that. And then Yvonne was here. She brought a fabada, which is like a bean stew, and it was delicious, but there was a little left over, so I need to froze that, and that's there ready for me. got all of those things, plus all the things we bought from the shop yesterday. So I don't think I'm going to go hungry. I've got a couple of dinners organised for next week as well. My goodness. Well. We're just at the back of the Zell Hotel, and Tandoori night is open. Well, not open now, but it is open later on in the day, and we're looking forward to going there very, very soon. And next to that, also open, is Bertarelli's property. One of the new kids on the block in Palmanova. They seem to be doing okay. Not much else open. Off license open there, Carmen. Really close to El Tano, which is open, and the I think it's open now, it'll be open later on, but next to it is Castaways, which is open. Quite a few people already having a drink outside there. And just going to go a little way up here, not very far, just to show you Banana Joe's. Darren was asking me about that. There you go, Darren. It's all shut up and winterized now. And then up there is the Tent Hotel. Used to be the old Don Bigote. And they seem to be expanding. I seem to see there's more of these tent hotels appearing on the island in different places. So there's Banana Joe's and the tobacco's next to it. And I'm going to carry on down this way. Workmen are still over there sorting out Christmas lights. Somebody's realised that there's not much in the way of Christmas lights down here. And now I am seeing on the trees there lights wrapped around them. I think I might have to do a drive through one evening. Another reason for going into Palma last night was to see some more of the lights that we hadn't seen. We saw a couple of big markets, one going down towards La Lonja from Safashina, and the other one in Verona. Still haven't been to the one in the park of the stations. We've got Compass Studios. This is www.innercompass.com. Someone was asking me about apartments in Palmanova. That's just one I've seen. And I know that the Compass Cafe is run by a former pupil, Peter. He was actually a pupil from day one when we got to Mallorca, so 1985 was when I started teaching him. See, there are a few businesses that are open here. This is the supermarket down there. The parking at the winter time is free, so this is a parking machine, but they put this metal cover on it in the winter, so the blue lines, the yellow lines are different, but the blue lines here are for the cars, and they don't have to show a ticket to say that they've paid for whatever time it is, and that'll go right through till March, April.
Hostia, tío. Yo porque he visto la bolsa de la farmacia aquí. ¿Qué bolsa de la farmacia? ¡Ah! Yo he visto la farmacia y el chaval.
Pharmacy. Let's have a look, see if it's got a temperature. 11:54 is the time, and it's 18 degrees Celsius. 18. So I imagine by 2 o'clock this afternoon, for all the changes, it should get a little bit warmer. So we could see those thermometers hitting 20 degrees today. We've got a football match tonight, another home match. We've had 3 home matches in a row, which is quite unusual. But we're playing Sevilla tonight, Seville. No matches are easy. Mallorca hasn't won 1 match yet this season at home, which is unusual. In fact, the expert Monroe says if they don't win tonight, that will be their longest run of not winning matches at home ever in their 100+ years of history. So 100 years they've never had such a long streak of not winning a match at home, and it's not good for anybody. It's not good for the players, it's not good for the fans, and just seem to be very nervous at the moment. They seem to play a match, but they don't seem to have the confidence to do things. They might get into a position where they should really have a go at goal, and they don't. They pass it back somewhere. Eventually it's the goalkeeper usually. It's really not good watching. So we're all hoping that tonight will be a little bit different. We might have a new starter in the week. Played a cup match and they won the cup match 3-0. That was away in the distance. But there were a couple of young players on the pitch there. One is actually a local lad, and the other one from Colombia. And the lad from Colombia looked really on the ball, and there's a possibility that he could actually start this evening. So we'll keep an eye on that one. And he did score 2 goals, so there's a bit of confidence in that. He's got something to prove his position in the first team as a regular. Has played in the first team, but he's not a regular and he's not usually a starter. So we'll see. We're still plagued with injuries, people who are injured. So Mariki I've not seen anything of Mariki for a few weeks since he went away actually to play in the international against Israel. And we've got a couple of other players who've picked up little strains. Larin, who's not really living up to expectations yet, but he's had a little bit of a muscle problem, so he's a little bit uncertain. And Raio and Maffeo, 2 really important players who hopefully going to be fit to play this evening. It's a late match as well, 9 o'clock kick-off, so it's like midnight before you get home. And then next week we've got an away match, so she'll be able to watch that on the TV when she's in England. And then just before we close for Christmas, I think actually on a Thursday night, which is unusual, we have another home match. So Mallorca will be playing home before Christmas, and then there's the Christmas break, and then the first match back after Christmas away to Real Madrid. That could be a really tough one. We've just been watching the Beckham Netflix documentary, and that actually features 3 matches in which Beckham played against Mallorca. Real Madrid played against Mallorca. Fortunately, they didn't show the one where Real Mallorca beat Real Madrid 5-1. That's the one they should keep playing. Contro Corrente is open. It's good to see. But Colmena is not open. All the chairs are still out, so I'm guessing they're going to be opening up again soon. Up there you've got Fantasy Golf, and here's another of the El Chiringo restaurants. Pizzeria, cocktail bar. They're open, people outside already having a coffee. Saffron. It's an Indian restaurant we go to now and again. And my tapas. I do like the tapas there. They're closed at the moment. This is the Fergus style Palmanova. That's could be your Christmas destination. Hello. And sadly the restaurants along here are all closed up. So we've got a bit of work going on in this one. And then my Thai, place we go to fairly regularly, I suppose. Big generator here on the pavement, and that I'm guessing was for the market that was supposed to be going on yesterday that didn't go on yesterday. I'll probably leave it on there now for the next weekend's market.
Mi hiciste un brindis, pero lo tomé y digo, pucha, qué puto asco, y dices tú, yo no me lo tomo. Digo, de puta, no me acuerdo, tío. Pero la digo. O sea, ¿tú te acuerdas? No, no, estábamos un poco. ¿Lo bebió él? Pero porque se lo llevé yo. Ah, vale, vale.
So we're playing Sevilla, and I'm guessing that we might have quite a few fans over from the mainland. They could make a weekend of this and come to Mallorca for a few days. Hopefully see a few there, and hopefully they'll be making lots of noise. But hopefully our fans will be making even more noise. It sort of creates the atmosphere, doesn't it? Normally we get very few away fans. It's very expensive for them to come to the island, so they don't. Right, it's 12:05. Let's see how Anita's getting on. Here's a poster for next weekend's fair. This is the 16th and 17th of December from 10 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock in the evening. Christmas fair down here in Palmanova. And Anita's in the hair and beauty design. So see how she's going on. Well, Anita's just told me that she's nearly finished, so I'm just going to sit outside on their terrace. She asked me to go and sit inside, but it's really warm in there, and it's warm enough outside. So I've chosen to sit outside on the terrace, and I can sit and watch the world go by. It's the ferreteria across the road, and there are a few bars up here, so I may end up calling into one of them for a coffee before we go home. Well, Anita's had her nails done, and what do you think? She's sort of gone sort of a Christmas glittery red. Is that right? and we've stopped off for a coffee. So, where are we? Tony's. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye.